Hello and welcome to an update of the Perionyx, the red wigglers, and the European nightcrawlers. So this is our Perionyx bin, the blue worms. And of course, you can see the potato skins are still in here. It'll be a while before they completely disappear. That is absolutely to be expected since I did not freeze them. So I'm going to just fluff up the material. There's plenty of bedding in here. I do not think I'll need to add any more. So we'll just add the kitchen waste today. But the moisture in here is quite nice. That's where we fed. So these guys are all up in these napkins and banana skins. They love banana skins, right? I'm wondering if I should get some of the blue worms out of here and restart this, well, just the blue worm bin, because for the life of me, I can't figure out how so many red wigglers got in here. I mean, I love my red wigglers. It's just that they seem to be actually taking over. I always believed that the blue worms would eventually outbreed the red wigglers. Well, not in this bin. So let me see. Ooh, I've got another napkin, and this is persimmons. I love persimmons. They're now in season. I can't get enough of them. So these guys are gonna get some right here. We can consider this as bedding. I mean, this is a napkin. I think it's a paper towel actually. So, and what I have here, I had some coffee grounds left over, an eggshell, and some neem cake. So I just combined it all, so I wouldn't have to just do it all separately. I play around with these things once in a while, but here we go. I think we're gonna have a nice worm ball in there, and just cover everything up to make sure that it stays moist and that the worms can go all up in there. So this bin looks good. Yeah, I'm going to think about that. Maybe I will start a whole new blue worm bin, literally just with worms that I know 100% are blue, and not add any castings, because I'm thinking maybe when I added a handful of castings, they may have been some red wiggler cocoons in there. Who knows? So this bin is done. Let's go to the red wigglers. So here is our red wiggler only bin. And for those of you who don't know, this is just a simple 10-gallon plastic tote. I like the fact that it has a larger surface area than a typical 10-gallon that you find in like Lowe's or actually this one I got at Lowe's. Home Depot doesn't sell these kinds. They sell ones that are deeper, but red wigglers love to have a larger surface area. Depth is not as important for them, so they are like really happy in here. And there's that potato again. Yeah, this material is looking good, getting really worked over here by these wormies. So they're gonna get a feeding as well once I fluff up this bedding. This is a really great way to make sure that any dry material is incorporated into the more moist material, therefore having, you know, even distribution of this is what we fed, even distribution of moisture throughout the bin. So yeah, of course they would be where the food is, right? Of course. And I have a ton of babies, like they're explosion. I mean, it's not springtime, guys. Look at all these babies. It's not spring. I don't mind. I love me babies, you know that. But yeah, these guys are doing all kinds of great. Just fabulous. These worms do not get large in general, but if you keep them in a small bin like this, they will be even smaller. So yeah, these guys are not the largest of the wigglers, but that's okay. They do fabulous work. And you can see all these babies, all these like day-old, tiny, hair-like, super thin, super small. So before I go in there to get more food, I really have to get these guys off my gloves so I don't inadvertently hurt them. Jeez. Okay, that seems to be good. Now let's go in there into the bag of goodies and see. Yeah, they're gonna get the same thing. They're gonna get a napkin. They're going to get some persimmon, more banana, and then we're going to give them a sprinkle of this is, I just call the grit source for them. You don't have to add it all the time when you feed. I just do because I have so much of it, but you can add it like once a month. Worms need a grit source because they don't have teeth, right? So they need to use that to process the food in their gizzard. Okay, these guys are done. We marked the area. Let's go over to the European nightcrawlers. And here they are. So we are working on preparing this bin for harvest. We're feeding in that area only, waiting for the worms to kind of move out of this area, leaving me with essentially worm-free castings that of course then I'm going to sift, because I do sift my castings. You can see how very flaky these castings are. There's still some bedding left, but that's okay. You know, when I sift, whatever material is left that is not worked over goes right back into the bin. So it's not a problem. I don't need for it to be 100% castings, but these guys don't always migrate the way they should. I know that the red wigglers and the blue worms migrate beautifully. But these guys, sometimes they just refuse to cooperate. Look at this. All this was brand new bedding, and look how well worked over all of this stuff is already. That's why I want them to move over so that I have room to restart this whole bin. But oh well. So here they are. Like you see, they do move. They do migrate to the to the food. It's just that they're taking their sweet time. Meanwhile, all of this material is already being worked over. Well, we're gonna add some more bedding for them. We're gonna keep them in this area maybe for a little bit longer, and then we'll just go ahead and start harvesting. Once I sift any worms that remain, I'm just gonna put them right back. So it's not really an issue, but it is stressful for them. So I really try to avoid sifting the worms as much as possible. But if they refuse to move, well, I have no choice, right? So let me just put this down over here. Give them some new kitchen waste. And these guys are going to be happy, happy, happy. Oof. They'll get their grit source too. And you can use any grit source you want. You can use single grit source, a combination, whatever you want, whatever you have, whatever your household produces. So this is, for me, this is about composting my family's household waste. I've said it before, said it again, I don't breed worms. I got into vermicomposting to get rid of my garbage. So I try not to really buy anything. I want to reuse everything that I have and that my house produces. So these guys are done. Everything is piled up over there. And I'll give it maybe, I don't know, maybe a week or two more if I'm patient. I'm not very patient, but I'll try. And then we'll sift this, this material out and reset the bin. So that's our update. Thanks for joining me, and have a very happy and safe new year. We'll see you next time.